Will Barnett said to me that when I gave him the announcements, he said, "Oh, this is the people's side, and this is your reaction to nature," or something like that. And you've separated them, and I think it's true. There's no people in the city. You look at this, the city and the country. There's not one person in any of these pictures, and you'd think that I didn't deal with the human element at all until you'd walk into the other side of the gallery. Half of this the show is in the closet. We just brought a lot of work and only showed. The idea was we didn't want to overwhelm the walls, so we just hung things very sparsely, and so I have sculpture and drawings and paintings in the closet in the gallery. And then there's just lots. There are all these paintings. So I have these little, I really love them, but they're not in the official show. And this I want. Some other drawings and like this is. This is another Jacob and the Angel. This is Noah's figures. It's some biblical thing. I forgot. Actually, I forgot which biblical story this is. Siblings of some sort. I don't know. Should I show you more? You want more? This is a huge drawing. Well, not huge, but... You want me to bring it out to the gallery? Well, I love painting, but right now I'm more involved with the sculpture than I am with the painting. I have this house upstate New York that has the most beautiful views. There's a view from every window. It's just gorgeous. But and I have a barn there that could be made into a great sculpture studio, that sort of thing. But I'm sort of, I don't know, glued to New York still. And I don't really want to leave, and I'm working on another sculpture. So I have more of a feeling of where I'm going in terms of the reliefs and the sculpture than the painting at this point. All right, the truth is that I was just this very idealistic artist in the beginning. I knew very early on in my career, very early on in my life, that I wanted to be in the arts. I thought that I was going to be a poet when I was a child. I used to write poetry. And I thought that was what I was going to do. I went to the University of Chicago, and when I was interviewed for Chicago, I told them I wanted to be a poet. I went there because they accepted me before I ever graduated from high school. And I ended up at 16 in college at a school that was a wonderful school, but not exactly a school for the arts. I'm going through the story of my life here. So I took art as a minor when I was there. I was an English major, along with the poetry idea. And I found that I loved visual arts, so I decided to get my degree in English and become an artist. And I went to the University of Iowa, which was close to Chicago, so that's why I ended up in Iowa. And it was also inexpensive, and a fantastic school in the arts. And I realized when I ended up at the University of Iowa, that was the right place for someone like me, because for the first time in my life, I was around other people who were really interested in visual art and in poetry and in theater and music and everything else. And so that was wonderful. And I came back to New York City and found that with all the years of education that I had, I could only get a job as a waitress. It was quite a shock. And I began to think, I had thought that I knew artists starved in the 19th century. It never occurred to me that it would be difficult, to say the least. And so I continued doing the artwork, and I was told by all kinds of people that what you do, older artists, that what you do is you keep doing your work and you keep concentrating and keep producing, and eventually somebody will discover you. And what I found out, and a lot of others found out, was that doesn't exactly happen all the time. It's sort of luck. Sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't, and mostly it doesn't. So you end up doing your own work. And since I'm older now, I realize that's very idealistic and rather stupid. Rather stupid for someone to believe. And so right now, at this point, I'm trying to get my work out, and I'm trying to pay more attention to my career and make the luck happen. And that's why I'm doing this video, as a matter of fact. Does that make any sense?